Wear OS watches, or Android Wear, whatever you want to call it, can get really expensive if you need a great experience, because the cheaper options often just don't live up to their maker's promises. This watch does, the Ticwatch E. This is not a sponsored video, let's talk about it. First of all, let's take a look at the price. Here in the UK, Amazon is offering the Ticwatch E, with Prime delivery if you have Prime, for £145, with a similar price on Mobvoi's website, Mobvoi being the company that brought us the Ticwatch series. The Ticwatch S costs about £30 more, with a more sporty, less minimal design, and a much more accurate GPS built into the watch band. So actually you're losing the ability to change watch bands by going with a more expensive model. Anyway, the design is all plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. It's more comfortable than my normal watch and my Pebble watch. The band itself is breathable and sweat doesn't get trapped underneath, so yeah, not a bad design. The power button is just a tiny bit more mushy than the Skagen or Huawei watches I've tried in stores, but you definitely feel it, you just don't hear it. Overall, the watch looks and feels fine, and I can't complain. The software at the time of posting this video is Android Wear 2.9. The watch is very capable and I don't feel any lag in normal use. We've got the Wear OS Google Play Store here, so I can play games or install new watch faces without stutters or hangs. I honestly did not expect performance this consistent, which is made even better by the display. It's 400 by 400 pixels AMOLED display at a really nice size. Colours really pop and blacks are true, seeing as the pixels can turn off. I expected worse, but it looks like Mobvoi is reluctant to make compromises. Max brightness is good enough for direct sunlight, but unfortunately we don't have an ambient light sensor, so no auto brightness. However, that actually means that we don't have the flat tire at the bottom, like say the Moto 360 and other more expensive smartwatches, which is great. I really enjoy using this watch. The speaker is loud enough to be used for calls, but please don't be the guy who listens to music on this in the street. It's not a great speaker. When taking calls on the watch, I was told I was fairly loud and my voice was clear, so you don't have to worry about that. On to the battery life. Inside there's a 300 mAh unit, which is standard for Wear OS watches, and I'll narrow it down to this. If ambient display is on, you'll be getting 1 day of use. If it's off, then 2 days. A 1-hour workout using GPS depleted 20% battery, and if you constantly play games like this one, then you can expect the battery to drain before you end the day. That may all sound just slightly negative, but I was actually quite pleased with the usage I was getting. I'd say software optimizations are great, and you don't have to worry if you need the Ticwatch to last a full day. I'd like to mention fitness. There's a GPS and heart rate monitor inside with 2 sets of apps. Google Fit from Google, with a heart rate button in the app and a shortcut for jumping into a workout, and then Mobvoi's own fitness, health, and heart rate apps. They are not bad apps, but, and this includes the Ticwatch smartphone app, they all seem like half-finished copies of Apple's services. It's pretty obvious actually, take a look. Just to be on the safe side, I'm sticking with Google's offerings. Ultimately, it's your choice which fitness tracking apps you use. Before we finish, I'd just like to say a few quick things. Google Assistant is on here, and it hears me very accurately and can be very useful. Also, we have IP67 water and dust resistance, the same as on the latest iPhone and the Google Pixel 2. Remember though, you're not supposed to take the watch into the shower or for a swim. Last point, although the magnetic charger stays on fine, it's proprietary technology, and it's extremely hard to get hold of another one. In other words, if you lose this USB cable. So overall, although this is a slightly risky option, it's definitely worth trying as an alternative to other options twice the price. Also, this is Wear OS. Thousands of apps and watch faces are at your disposal in the Google Play Store. You've seen the watch faces throughout this video, as the included ones are a bit bland and I don't really like using them. If you'd like me to make a Wear OS tips and tricks video, or maybe showcase the awesome apps and watch faces I've come across, then subscribe and drop a comment. Thanks for watching. I'm Felix with Tech Techer, and I'll see you later.